Hello class, how are you today? So we are going to discuss a new topic, and that topic is all about solving special binomial products. So these are the objectives that you should be able to perform. So we have four. For the first one, you should be able to identify the special binomial products such as the square of sum, the square of difference, and the product of the sum and difference. Second, you should be able to solve problems involving the special binomial products. Third, you should try to use another method in solving the special binomial products, and that is the FOIL method. And finally, you should be able to appreciate and integrate the lesson in real-world settings. Solving the special binomial products, so we have three main subtopics. The first one, we have the square of sums. The second one, we have the square of difference. And for the third one, we have the product of the sum and difference. Okay, so now, let's proceed with the first topic, which is the square of sum. So we have the standard formula in finding the square of sum. And this formula is the quantity of a plus b squared is equal to a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. There is a step-by-step process in solving the square of sum. First, if we are going to look for the first term, so what we need to do is just to square the first term. And then for the middle term, so what we need to do is just to multiply the first term and the second term, then multiply it by 2. And as for the last term, what we need to do is to square the last term. And that's how we are going to find the square of sum. For example, we have the given the quantity of 2x plus 6 square. Okay, first, we are going to look for the first term. So let's multiply 2x by 2x. Then we will have 4x squared. Now, let's proceed with the middle term. So we will multiply the 2x and 6. So now we have 12x. Then multiply it by 2, which will become 24x. Now, we are going to find the last term. So let's square the last term, and that is 6 squared, which is equivalent to 36. Now, we have the final answer, which is 4x squared plus 24x plus 36. There's another method in solving the square of sum, and that is what we call the FOIL method. FOIL meaning first term to first term, outer term to outer term, inner term to inner term, and last term to last term. So we just get the initials of the FOIL. That's how we came up with the FOIL method. Now, let's proceed with the second subtopic, and that is the square of difference. Of course, we will follow the same formula. Although, we are going to notice that the middle term in the square of difference is a negative number. So, unlike the square of sum, it has a positive number in the middle term, which will lead us to a general formula of the quantity of a minus b squared is equal to a squared minus 2ab plus b squared. You see? So, the middle term is negative already. Let's proceed with the example. We will still use again the example earlier, however, we are going to change the plus sign into negative sign, which became the quantity of 2x minus 6 squared. So, we change the positive sign into negative sign since we are dealing with the sum of difference. Okay, so what we need to do is to square the first term, which is 2x times 2x is equal to 4x squared. For the middle term, let's multiply 2x times negative 6, which will become negative 12x, times 2, which will become negative 24x. Now, let's proceed with the last term. So we need to square the last term, which is negative 6. And negative 6 squared is equal to 36. Now, we have the final answer, 4x squared minus 24x plus 36. Of course, we can also use the FOIL method in this one. So let's use the same given. We have the quantity of 2x minus 6 squared. Now, let's multiply the first term to first term. So we have 2x times 2x will become 4x squared. Next, we need to multiply the outer term to outer term. So it will become 2x times negative 6 will become negative 12x. Next, we need to multiply the inner term to inner term. So we have negative 6 times 2x, which will become negative 12x. So last, we need to multiply the last term to last term, which is negative 6 times negative 6 is equal to 36. So we have the answer 4x squared minus 12x plus 36. And we need to simplify this answer, which now we have 4x squared minus 24x plus 36. And that is our final answer. Now, let's proceed with our last topic, and that is the product of the sum and difference. So in this one, we have also the generalized formula, and that is the quantity of a plus b times the quantity of a minus b is equal to a squared minus b squared.
So, since you hear and understand what is the topic, so we must next the practice and drills. Why is it practice and drills are important in making modules? It is because giving them or giving our student the practice and drills can measure what they learn or if the student learn or not in this topic. Here in our topic, the special binomial products, here are some problems that a student must need to answer. And with that problems, we will know if our student learn or not. After giving them a practice problems, we need to give them a drills or exercises. This will show on how their cognitive skills use. For example, give them a solving problems and let them show their solutions on how they'll get their answers. And lastly, we can ask them on how they apply or use what they learn in this topic into a real-life situation.
So, before we end our discussion, so they have assessment and reflection that you will answer it. So, first, the assessment. So, they have two types of assessment. So, first is solve the following problem statement, and the last is expand the following terms. So, you will answer it in one whole sheet of paper. So next is reflection. So they have also two types of reflection. So first is you will check the box if poor, fair, good, and excellent of each indicator. So they have three indicators of first reflection. So next is the reflection question. So they have 5 reflection questions that you will answer it in space provided inside the box. And that's the end of our discussion for today. Do you have any question, class? Since all of you seems to understand the lesson, let's end it here today. Thank you.